Hello everyone, this is L2 coming at you with my weekly video to talk about three things that are of interest to me. The first thing I want to talk about is politics. The second thing I want to talk about is education. And the third thing I want to talk about are whatever social issues that are in the news these days. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about with politics is, the presidential race that is going on, the Republicans and the Democrats, and all that's going on with them. Bernie and Hillary, they're starting to ramp it up a little bit more, and we all know what's going on the Republican side with Mr. Trump and Mr. Cruz. So it's just so amazing and just so incredible on how these things are unveiling and unfolding, right before our eyes. It's just interesting how things are going on with this political process that we have and how it's being made a sham of. That's what I think, But these, like I said, these are going to be my opinions. You are more than welcome to agree or disagree. You are more than welcome. You can put them in the comments below if you wish, or you don't even have to subscribe to me. You can just watch the videos, but give me a like or an unlike, unlike or a like, whichever one you like to do. But anyways, looking at, Mr. Trump, and how he wants to make America great again. How are you going to make America great again? Or does that mean going back to unemployment that is above 10%? Does that mean kicking millions and millions of people out of health care? Does that mean not having better relations with our foreign countries and the countries that are north and south of us? I think this is a time that we have had the best relations with Canada and Mexico, and now he's trying to build better relationships with Cuba. And I'm talking by he, I mean President Obama. So is going back to making America great again, is that undoing all that stuff, like repealing Obamacare and going back to high unemployment rates and going back to high gas prices? Is that what making America great again? And just looking at Mr. Trump here, how it baffles me how people can support him and are so gung-ho for him. There was a little piece that I read where it was talking about the grade level equivalent of some of the candidate speeches. Hillary Clinton, she had like an 8th or 9th grade level in her speeches. Her speeches were equated to an 8th or 9th grade level. Bernie Sanders was pretty close as well, a 7th or 8th grade level, 8th grade level, I believe. Ted Cruz, his was a little bit lower, where his speeches were equated to like a 5th or a 5th grade level of understanding. But then there comes Donald Trump. His speeches were equated to a 3rd or 4th grade level on there. And if you really listen to his speeches, he's not really saying much. Over the time, he has not been saying much. Now he's starting to come up with some type of plans, but they're not clear plans. They're not anything that, he can espouse upon, And then when he talks about, wanting to get rid of all the immigrants, that are here, in the United States, what about his last 2 wives or his present wife? I think her name is Melania, and then his previous wife, which is Ivana. They were immigrants. Is he going to put them out as well? But, we'll see what that does. I really do have the hope and the faith that he will not be our next president. I even had an 8th grader tell me, I'm at school, told me that, hey, Mr. Lazaro, if Donald Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. So it's affecting our young kids today too. And then that's a good segue into my views on education. There's just so much going on. There's so much high stakes with education. The kids get nervous over the state test, and the state tests I'm talking about are just in Texas. In Texas, we have the STAR test. That's the State of Texas Assessment of Academic Readiness. star, you know, and that's what they have here. And in 5th grade, it divides if you go to 6th grade, and in 8th grade, sometimes it has sometimes it has an impact on whether they'll pass to the next grade level. Of course, there's other things that go in with it. You know, it's not all just that one test, but it doesn't need to be such high stakes, that state test there. And then, you know, you have your schools that are, you know, underfunded, your schools that don't have experienced teachers, your schools that don't have the resources that they need, your schools that are overcrowded, the schools that, you know, are their buildings are crumbling and falling apart and everything. So, you know, those are the things that are going on in education that need to be addressed. The whole educational system is broken. It needs to be revamped. It needs to be made so that, you know, we're preparing our kids for the future. Yes, those are the kids that are going to be taking over our world. I mean, we have some great kids that are doing some great things, but also we have some kids out there that have no idea of how the world works. And those are the kids that we have to reach, and those are the kids that we have to bring up, and those are the kids that we can't be knocking down all the time. You know, there was one article I read years and years ago where it was talking about building jails, and they build jails looking at a 3rd grade failure rate. They look at kids in 3rd grade and make their decisions on where they need to build their jails. Crazy, huh? I'll have to research that some more. If you know any more about that, let me know. Put them in the comments below. Talk to me about that. I'm always open for ideas and suggestions, okay? And the next thing I want to talk about is probably some social issues. You know, we have the LGBT issue going on in North Carolina and Mississippi. You know, your bathroom bill that is going on with your transgender people. Not how people should be thinking. It's not how people should be treating each other, you know. And also there may be a part where I go back and I talk about, you know, things that I've been doing years ago. You know, I've been reading my old journals. That's a Jill Scott reference. You know, look that up. And seeing what I've been doing, where my mind has been, you know, like back in 2001 on this very date or this very week, you know, and checking out things like that. But I'll also be using some cards here, you know, just for some dramatic effect here, like this one. Okay, I'm sure y'all know what that means. And there's another one for some dramatic effect. You know, I'm sure you know what that one means. And then a last one, it isn't all that bad either, you know. It's just that. Just for some dramatic effect, you know, just to get you, keep you interested and stuff like that, okay? Thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe. If you have any comments, make them below. I'm going to try to make videos every week, so be on the lookout. Love to you from L2.